哇，左派正在快笑中，他们真的很惨呢。Because a bombshell leaked out yesterday, turning the entire Alex Pretti narrative upside down. The left is now turning on each other and eating their own. And pretty soon, all the 极端小彩虹 are going to be spending Lunar New Year in jail. And that means they can't go abroad and travel. Yo, if you are planning to travel abroad, or maybe you're like my mom who's actually coming to Taiwan to celebrate Lunar New Year, then you're definitely gonna need an eSIM service. And when it comes to eSIM services, Saily is the best in the game, son. It's the one I always use when I travel abroad. 他们的 APP 超简单, just 3 steps and you are done, son. 首先, select your destination country, then choose a plan to purchase and click pay. It's done instantly and your service is activated right away. Now, when traveling abroad, gone are the days of rushing to find a Wi-Fi to get onto, and you can forget about trying to apply for those expensive roaming charges. Saily eSIM really gives you the peace of mind when traveling. And plus, you only need to download it once. After that, you can travel to as many countries as you want and never need to reinstall it again. 超级方便呢. And also, if you are like me and frequently use X as your main social media app, especially when it comes to news, you might have noticed that 最近 X 在台湾超级慢呢. Especially when you are trying to watch videos on the platform. 真的很 lag 欸. Real talk, every single member of our 好记者团队 has had this issue. And here's the thing, to make X run smoother, you don't even have to buy a separate VPN. Because as long as you have Saily eSIM installed, it's got its own VPN, son. Which means you can get on X and watch videos and get your news a lot smoother and a lot faster. Because Saily's VPN is the real deal. And what's even better is that they offer 24/7 live customer support. And that means if you have any question at all, or maybe you need a refund, they can handle it for you immediately. I've said it many times before and I will say it again because I mean it. Saily is the best and one and only eSIM service you will ever need. And right now, if you go to our special 好记者 link at saily.com/好记者, you can enter the promo code 好记者 and get 15% off. So go download Saily eSIM service right now. Saily! So, now that you have downloaded Saily, 准备你的爆米花 because for the 左派事情很大条咯。Two things can be true at the same time. Alex Pretti shouldn't have been fighting with CBP, and CBP shouldn't have shot him dead. It's a goddamn tragedy, yo, and I still believe that they should be investigated and possibly even prosecuted to the full extent of the law. But do you want to know who's partially to blame for all this? The very guy who sent those agents to Minnesota.
Out of the road! Out of the road now! Gas is coming! Second warning! Hey! Gas!
Introducing Greg Gestapo Bovino. 这个北兰 is out there parading like he's a member of the Third Reich, acting tough, talking tough, and then in less than 24 hours after Alex was shot dead, he goes on national television and talks about choices.
Calling law enforcement names like Gestapo or using the term kidnapping. That is a choice that is made. There are actions and consequences that come from those choices. And then when you choose, when someone chooses to listen to a politician, a so-called journalist, a community leader that spouted that type of vilification towards law enforcement or anything else, when you choose to listen to that, that is a choice and there are consequences and actions there also. I think we saw that yesterday.
So let me get this straight. When you're faced with a tragedy that happened at the hands of your own people, you're out here talking about Alex had a choice?
Not a great plan.
Bro, I do not sit out here and pay double taxes for this shit. And apparently, a lot of people in the Trump administration felt the same, because then this happened.
Some breaking news. Gregory Bovino, the U.S. Border Patrol commander at large, has been demoted amid the fallout from 2 deadly shootings at the hands of federal agents in Minnesota. A source close to the decision to demote Bovino told Fox 2 tonight that Bovino will now return to his former position enforcing the administration's immigration policy in California, where he was before.
The brand new agents are idiots, an experienced ICE agent assigned to Homeland Security investigations told me. This same sentiment was echoed by virtually everyone I talked to, with several conveying the view that Pretti's death was the fault of some skittish young recruit who panicked when he heard the word gun, if that's what happened. A lot of the guys, he said, referring to the new ICE recruits he worked alongside, are honestly pretty sketchy. I thought federal agents were supposed to be clean-cut, that the new recruits tend to be more ideologically motivated than those of the past. This problem is compounded by the fact, raised by several officers, that ICE is relying on volunteers to go to Minneapolis and other Democratic cities on these temporary deployments.
So it turns out Greg Gestapo Bovino literally sent rookies into currently the most dangerous, most hostile territory in America right now, Minnesota. These guys are fresh out of the academy with barely even any experience. No wonder they this shit up.
What is this, amateur hour?
And in case you don't understand just how hostile territory they're going into, Exhibit A.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Every decision you made in your life is fucking wrong. Look at you. That's a straight bitch. Fucking insult me, motherfucker. Fucking you guys.
Being an ICE or CBP agent in the Twin Cities of Minnesota is no easy job. You got people shouting at you, blowing whistles in your ear, calling you names and spitting in your face, and even assaulting your car. 等一下哦，这个人好像有一点面熟哎。
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy.
A family representative tells Fox the video is Pretti. He was injured but did not receive medical care. News movement reports Pretti's gun is visible on him in this incident. An attorney for the family writes, a week before Alex was gunned down in the street, despite posing no threat to anyone, he was violently assaulted by a group of ICE agents. Nothing that happened a full week before could possibly have justified Alex's killing at the hands of ICE on January 24th.
Now don't get it twisted. I still don't believe that Alex Pretti deserved to get shot. But after this leak, the narrative has completely changed. A lot of people, myself included, originally believed that Alex was a peaceful protester, that he wasn't harming anybody. He was just out there on the street filming ICE and make sure they didn't fuck shit up. But after this new information and that video leaked out, Alex went from a peaceful protester to a vengeful agitator. And not just any agitator, yo. It turns out that he actually might be a part of one of these extreme left-wing shout-I-home groups.
Who was sending Alex Pretti to these locations in order to get in physical confrontations with the federal authorities? How did he know where federal authorities were? There's a signal chat right now by left-wing agitators that has been infiltrated, and they say that Alex Pretti was in on these chats, following and tracking ICE agents, and was being deployed as more of a mercenary.
ICE rioter Alex Pretti's final signal methods? We obtained logs of a signal chat now marked Leave Chat, Delete Chat, where anti-ICE activists directed resources to the place where Alex Pretti was shot. We've ID'd a user Alvin Q, who may have been Pretti.
Confirmed. ICE. Black Mazda midsize SUV FL southbound on Garfield at 28th Street. No eyes currently on vehicle. 9:46 a.m.
At Friendship Co-op. I'm moving west on 38 to Spot. We'll update.
Email address pret0026@umn.edu. Name Alex Pretti. Social media. Creation date June 19th, 2016 at 6:09 a.m. Platform Twitter. Profile URL Alvin Q. Pretti.
Now, I did my due diligence and actually looked into this. That Twitter account does exist, and if you go to it right now, it shows that it was created on June 2016, and it actually displays the name Alex Pretti. And if you look at that email ID, the first four letters are P-R-E-T, and the first four letters of Alex's last name are the same, and the domain name belongs to the University of Minnesota, which is where Alex graduated college from in 2011. Now, although this hasn't been 100% confirmed yet, 对我来说，这个真的太巧合了吧. And based on what I can see, it seems like it's 90% him. But I gotta say it again, although Alex did a lot of crazy shit, and this definitely makes him look sus and completely erases the peaceful protester narrative, I still don't think he deserved to have his life ended. CBP still fucked that up bad. But like I said before, two things can be true at the same time. CBP abused their power, and Alex abused his civil rights. And I'm still a little bit confused. Why are all these goofy niggas outside in negative freezing degree weather doing their best to protect illegal criminals? Cause it turns out all this hard work they're doing isn't changing anyone's mind.
Sometimes I like blunt questions because they sort of get at the underlying feelings that people have. So this is about as blunt a question as you can get. Deport all immigrants here illegally. I will note the ABC News poll asked about undocumented immigrants. So we have slightly different questions, but these were all taken within the last month. And there's real uniformity here. That's what I really think you see. You see real uniformity. Deported all immigrants who are here illegally, 55% of the New York Times. Marquette, 64%. CBS News, 57%. ABC News with a slightly different question, 56%. So what you're seeing essentially here is a very clear indication that a majority of Americans, in fact, when they're asked this blunt question, which I believe gets at the underlying feelings, do in fact want to deport all immigrants who are here illegally. There's no arguing with these different numbers because they're all essentially the same across 4 different pollsters.
So CNN, the most left-wing news station, put out a poll that shows that even more people are supporting deportation than Trump's first term. 2 things can be true at the exact same time. Illegal aliens can be deported from the country, and law-abiding American citizens should be able to exercise their right to protest and document ICE performing their duties as long as they don't interfere with them doing their duties.
My name is Kyle, I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times trying to get the message out. It's time to suit up. Boots on the ground. Show up. Ready to go. Not talking about peaceful protests anymore. We're not talking about having polite conversations anymore.
Just like this goofy idiot. He has civil rights, but he abused them by encouraging people to go out and harm ICE agents. And that is not cool at all. But you know what? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
So the video I posted calling for direct action, calling for boots on the ground, calling for someone to stand against these murderers was deemed inciting violence, and I don't know what they're going to do, man. They're going to silence me somehow, and they're having a hard time putting a bullet in my head. So we shall see what they do to get their job done. I am basically on the run now. You know, I have safe places and I have evacuations planned out, but the way things are going, I'm going to have to be very resourceful, and that's going to take support. So as I've said a million times, I'm going to stay in this fight to the bitter end. I'm not going to run away, but I will need some help.
Show me the money.
And it ain't just him, yo. After the Alex Pretti shooting, the left wing is completely collapsing. Because soon after, Trump made a phone call to Governor Walz, and now he has sent someone in to fix this shit. Someone who will not fuck it up. Someone who's been doing this stuff for a long time.
I've heard many people want to know why we're talking to people who they don't consider friends in administration. Bottom line is you can't fix problems if you don't have discussions. I didn't come to Minnesota for photo ops or headlines. You haven't seen me. I came here to seek solutions, and that's what we're going to do. Like I've said many times for last several years, even before this administration, jurisdictions that refuse to cooperate with federal immigration authorities are sanctuaries for criminals.
Now, I know a lot of people love to call Trump racist and xenophobic and a white supremacist, all because he wants to deport illegals from the country. But you want to know something really interesting? This was not Trump's idea. This was Obama's idea.
What?
Shit, white men steal our music, they steal our style, and now they're stealing our deportation policy. Can a black man not have anything for themselves? And then, less than 2 hours after the switch from Gestapo to Gotham City Mafia, this happened.
You are now under arrest. Please sit down and wait for instruction.
Let's be clear, before Tom Homan landed in Minnesota, the governor, the mayor, and that goofy congresswoman did not want law enforcement to fight with agitators. They didn't even want them out there protecting the federal agents from these goofies. But then, after 2 people died in their city, Homan stepped in, and now they want to cooperate?
Justice denied! Justice delayed! Justice denied! Justice delayed! Justice denied! Justice delayed! Justice denied!
And now these goofy Xiaocaihong are eating their own, protesting Walz in his own office. All because he gave the police the green light to actually do their jobs and shut them down. The bananas and rice girl got arrested, the Antifa guy is about to get arrested, and that health girl encouraging people to go out and poison ICE is about to get arrested too. And if the FBI finds out that that signal group is connected to anyone in the Minnesota government, leading to Renee Good and Alex Pretti's death, a lot of people are gonna be in jail this year.
Tight, yeah!
Now for me, I fully support ICE to do their job the right way. That means no keeping people on the street and no abusing their power. And that also means deporting illegal criminals first. And when it comes to those so-called undocumented workers, well, we can talk about that later. Or maybe that's not strict enough. Maybe I should follow the lead of the Democrats' most favorite president, because he was hardcore about that shit.
There are those in the immigrants' rights community who have argued passionately that we should simply provide those who are illegally with legal status, or at least ignore the laws on the books and put an end to deportation until we have better laws. And often this argument is framed in moral terms. But I believe such an indiscriminate approach would be both unwise and unfair.
This is not going to be a free ride. It's not going to be some instant amnesty. What's going to happen is you are going to pay a significant fine. You are going to learn English. You are going to go to the back of the line so that you don't get ahead of somebody who was in Mexico City applying legally. After you've done these things over a certain period of time, you can earn your citizenship. It's not something that is guaranteed or automatic. You've got to earn it.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!